right, Dad, we're here. All right. Hairball and the drunk Pitbull are back. Spirit, are you? Where's the treats? Where'd I put them? Spirit, where'd I put the treats? Oh my gosh, I lost the treats. Where are the treats? Where are the treats? I gotta get the treats. Where are the treats? There they are. I found the treats. We got the treats. Ah, we're live. Spirit, hold the camera. We're live. Denali, get in front of the camera. Get in front of the camera. Hurry up, Denali. Get in front of the camera. Get over here. Get your station, man. Come on, get over here, bird. Come here. Come on. Come on, man. Get in front of the camera, Denali. Denali. Oh my gosh. Come on, man. Come on. Look at that. Crystal, we got, oh, that's awesome. It's so good to see you. Let's give Crystal a jump. Let's give Crystal a jump. It is so good to see Crystal. Come on, let's give her a jump. Come on, let's give her a jump. Oh, look at that. How'd we do? Let's see here. Hold on. We may have to get back. Oh, we got Crystal a jump. There we go. Hold on. Don't you yank from me like that. There you go. We got Crystal a jump. We says, hello, Crystal. You are back. Oh, my gosh. Boop. Oh, Crystal. I know what Crystal wants to see. Get over here. Hold on. Crystal, we've done some cool things since you've been gone. Watch this. Oh my gosh. Get up on your feet, boy. Spirit, get up on your feet, boy. Oh my gosh. Come on, get up on your feet. Crystal's back. Crystal's back. Spirit, she's back. Come on, get up on your feet, boy. Get in here. Watch this, Crystal. Hold on. Make sure that's right there. I'm watching the screen here. A little bit of lag. Make sure. Get over here, boy. Get over here. Spirit, get over here. See, look at this. Can you see it right here, Crystal? You see it right here? Look at that. Spirit got himself a bow tie. Look at that. Watch it, little guppy eats, man. Watch the way this little guppy eats. Oh my gosh, look at that. I swear you're going to eat my hand up, Crystal. It is so good to see you back. Oh, Crystal's back, Irish Cream. Crystal is back. She's an OG. OG, and Spirit is just, he's eating away. I thought we were gonna be gone for the evening earlier, Irish Cream, but we had so much fun that last live. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. All right, let's get it back over here to the Queen. There she is. Look at that. She says, Dad, it's me, the Queen. It's me, the Queen, Dad. Oh, it was a blast. It's too bad you weren't here, Crystal. Spirit was acting drunk. That's why the name of the... That's why I named the chat the way I did. Hairball and the drunk Pitbull. Oh my gosh. Wow, there you go. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at that, Spirit. Spirit, look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We need a rag. Spirit, we need a rag. I don't know if your blankets are going to work here. Who is they who's going to be coming? Do your people really come? I'm asking because I don't know. If your people come, I'd like to be able to say hi to them. Come on, get up here, Spirit. You're a big old pit bull. He's a big old pit bull. All right, I'll get you some in a minute. if your people come, let them know that let them know next time when they come. I'd like to be able to say hi to them. Come on, get up here, Mastiff. Oh my gosh, there's a Mastiff, and Crystal's in the house. She's in the house. Crystal's in the house. She is. I don't think we're gonna get a lot of people. People really seem to like watching her get combed. They really enjoyed that earlier. So this was just a kind of come on and hang out with the pack. Well, I think it's really awesome that you tell them that I really appreciate them even thinking about coming in and spending time with us. That's a really awesome thing. I'm probably gonna end up changing the name of the channel, and I wanted to explain why. Oh my gosh, Spirit, I need a rag. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Stay there. Did you just knock the camera over? No, you didn't. Good. All right, we're back. So I've been thinking about changing the name of the channel. I just, I mean, if Edward gets in here, and Holly and Kathy and Debbie and a few of the other people, y'all have kind of become like my good friends. And so I knew this a couple weeks ago when I looked it up. I was like, man, I've been feeling like I needed to do it before I looked this up. And what it is the name of the channel is High Desert Vet, right? We got that. But I was like, man, it kind of feels like it constrains me to just this area where I live. And if for some reason I had the chance to move someday, which I'd love to do for Denali because of the heat, or whatever the case may be, I feel like I was going to outgrow the name of the channel. So I was looking around at the domains, like a website, and sure enough, it was taken, and amazingly enough, it was taken by a veterinarian service that is just a couple hours from me, which I never expected. And so I was like, well, maybe that's my sign to change the name. And I was thinking of a couple other names like Backroad Vet, which is kind of, kind of has that country feel, which is basically what we are. And so I looked, and the domain is available. So that's really cool. And so so that's what I'm pretty sure I'm going to do, is I'm going to go ahead and just change the name of the channel now while it's still early, kind of build a really cool identity with me and the dogs around the channel, and it'll kind of give us the vibe that we need. But you guys have been so amazing, and I've just been inspired to make the videos that I've really wanted to make with you all, because it's just like, this is cool. I have so much fun doing this. And I get to log on and put a camera on Denali, and she's sleeping, and people come in and, hey, Edward, I'm going to change the name of the channel, man. Edward is here. Now I feel like the family is in the house. Crystal showed back up after forever, Edward. And Kathy is here. Okay, the gang's all here, so we're good. So I was just talking to everybody about changing the name of the channel, because you guys are like the OGs. The OGs. And so, yeah, I just wanted to get a name that more accurately reflected. I was going to change it from High Desert Vet because I found out I was already thinking about doing it, Edward. I was just like, man, it kind of restricts me. I like, I would love to move to Alaska someday. What if I ever had the chance with the dogs? And here I am living in the mountains, and my name's High Desert Vet. And so I already started thinking about it, and then I found out that, well, there just happens to be a veterinary office 2 hours away from me that is named High Desert Vet. And they have the domain name taken. I'm like, well, when this channel starts cooking, I'm gonna need a website. And so that just pretty much was like the straw that broke the camel's back. And I'm like, well, I've been thinking about other names, and I thought, well, Backroad Vet really kind of fits the whole atmosphere of me and the dogs and nature and just who I am as a person, who they are as part of my life. And oh, he's over here, Edward. He was drunk earlier, Edward. ask Irish Cream. It was hilarious, man. You gonna lay down? All right. And Denali is overheating like crazy, Edward. Oh my gosh, this poor dog. All right, there he is. Look at that. He's a dapper looking young man. Get up here and say hi to Edward. Oh, Edward, look. Hold on. Hold on. He got a new bow tie, Edward. He does. He's got himself a... Just Spirit, would you just relax? He's got himself a new bow tie. Look at that. He does. He's got himself a new bow tie. Look at that, Edward. There's his new bow tie. And so, yeah. And what I was looking at was, I'm getting close to 1,000 hours of watch time. And so, if you guys really want to help the channel, here's how you could help. Because if I get to 3,000 hours of watch time, the cool thing is, the memberships and the super chats and all that are great. But I've always thought, man, it would be so cool to have, like little coffee mugs, stuff like that, of the dogs. Something that people could really enjoy instead of just giving money in a chat, and that's nice, but I want people to have something. And so I found this site that, does the print on demand. So I was looking at it, and they have all kinds of cool stuff. And I'm like, well, we could do the coffee mugs, we could do the t-shirts, just simple little things that people can buy and have something physical. That's what would mean the world to me, is to be able to do that. And so I'm really pushing really hard to get that watch time in to 3,000 hours, because as soon as I get that unlocks that ability to put, like you see on a lot of other YouTube channels, the ability to put that little bar below your videos. And the other thing that I want to do is there's a channel out there called Hoof GP. It's called Hoof GP, and it's a guy who cleans cattle hooves. I'll type it into the chat here so you guys... I would appreciate it if you guys would go look this guy up. His name is Grant Hoof GP. And he makes these amazing videos that are pretty much a lot like what I've always wanted to make. And this last video that I made, the long form, was kind of based off of that inspiration from him. You'll see, when you watch the video, Denali jumps out of the car, and the tailgate, and then at the end the tailgate closes. That's all based off of his way of making videos. And in order for me to do that, to really get to that next level, when I go out and film, here's what I face. The first and most important thing I face is trying to film an animal. The second thing that I face is trying to figure out where I'm going to film this animal at. So I look through the camera. I figure out where she's going to be, where I need to be. Then have I set the camera so it's going to catch her and me tall enough, short enough. And then wherever we're at, especially if it's a park, I got to make sure that there's no other dogs around. People letting their dogs run off leash, because here we are, we're sitting here trying to film and we got dogs running around off leash. Somebody comes up behind us. So it just, the fact that I'm able to get the videos that I'm able to get, I'm kind of amazed by it, because there's just so much that makes it so hard. So I want to bring somebody in to do that. Well, to do that, I got to monetize the channel, and then I got to sell stuff. And so there's another opportunity. There's another opportunity to do something. It's a very, very short window of time between now and June where I need to get monetized and raise money on the channel, because if I can get this one thing done by June, this one thing that could be done by June, and I don't want to share this with you guys, it's a surprise, because if I can make it happen, it will take this channel to a whole new level. It will transform this channel. It would be amazing. But it's a few $1,000s. And so I just got these dreams, man. And I tell you what, Edward, I wish you would have been around earlier today. Irish Cream was here. Irish Cream was here, and Spirit just started doing this crazy ass stuff. And he wasn't really doing anything except sleeping. But everybody was in here. They were just laughing, Edward. I wish you could have been here. I'm like sitting there thinking to myself, man, I wish Edward could have been here, because Spirit was being, he was being amazing, man. It was hilarious, because he looked drunk. Well, Edward knows who Cheech and Chong is, but I couldn't figure out if he was Cheech or if he was Chong. Holly was laughing. I wish Kathy could have been here. And I'm sitting there looking at this and I'm thinking, man, this is like a, oh, it's okay, Edward, because it's a live stream. You can go back and watch it. And it's right at the end of the live stream. You don't have to watch the whole damn live stream. Just go watch the last 5 minutes of it. Because Irish Cream was here. We were busting up, man, because Spirit, he just had his game on. And he was just being the total dope that everybody falls in love with. And I'm sitting there looking at this, and I got, hey, 47, welcome in. You want to join the pack? We're so glad to have you here. Let's give 47 a jump. Everybody welcome 47 in. It's good to see you, man. Good to see you. Thank you very much for coming. We're just talking about how to level this channel up. And we always like to have new people giving input. Oh, come on, Denali. Come on, let's go. Come on. So I guess we're kind of having a business meeting, but since you decided to chime in and say hello, there you go, 47. That's what we do for all the new people who come in and say hi. Look at that right there. You got a jump from the girl. It's a Denali jump, isn't it, huh? That's for 47. It's for 47, huh? Yep. 47, we got you a jump. We did, man. Or lady. Go ahead and have yourself a treat. This is a 4-year-old Tibetan Mastiff, a female. Oh, Juliana wants a jump. I think we may have one more in her before we log off for the night, Juliana. You want to jump? Let us know if you want to jump, Juliana. We don't even ask you to subscribe or nothing like that. We're just kind people. But we got to give Juliana a jump. Everybody thinks she wants a jump? Let's hear it. Spam Juliana. Let's see if she wants a jump. We're waiting, Juliana. We're waiting. Oh, man. You know why her hair looks beautiful? I did an 1 and 20-minute long video of me just combing her today, Edward. And then I went and did another video of me combing her again. She'd be a little snit the last one. Come on, let's go. Juliana wants to jump. There's a lot of other people in here who want to jump. Oh my gosh, Mastiff. Oh, look at that. Look at that, huh? Look at these Mastiff. Oh, how many people in here getting jumps, Irish Cream? Are they talking? Are they talking or are they just lurking? There's Juliana. E.T. Thomas. Oh my gosh, Thomas, you're in. How you doing? Good to see you. No jumps. We got to jump in for you, Thomas. Thomas is back. Get over here. Come on. Look at that. Look at that. I know we're killing it, man. We're killing it. Yeah, so the one thing that YouTube was saying, I never thought I'd be like this, but I guess I'm becoming a content creator, is YouTube was saying that when a video comes out, which Irish Spring and Edward already do, is just say something on the video in the comments that encourages people to come in and want to, like, you ask a question and you guys can have like a conversation on the video in the comments section, and then sometimes that encourages other people to come in and ask conversations as well, or get into the conversation, which, I mean, Irish Cream is a massive cheerleader, and so if any of you others want to get involved in that, that would be awesome. We would love to have you help out with that. It's just I'm harping on the watch time now. At first, it just started out as a goal that I wanted to a goal that I just wanted to achieve, and then I'm looking at this and I'm like, man, we there's just so much potential here. And I was looking at those coffee cups and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, that would be cool. Find out the cost of a coffee cup, like, you know, increase the price 20%, I think is what they do to make a profit or whatever. You know, just get some cool pictures on the coffee cup, and you know, you could have, look, maybe a little calendar, t-shirts if people wanted the t-shirts. But instead of just trying to sell, you know, like $70 hoodies like some of these guys do, nah, man, you know, what if there's somebody out there who doesn't make a lot of money, you know, who wants to get something? We have somebody who comes in here every night and she's like, man, I would love to donate to you, but I just lost my job. And I'm like, the last thing in the world that you need to be worried about right now is donating to me. I appreciate the thought, but, you know, if you want to help the channel, just go stick one of them damn videos, the long forms like Celtic Rain. Just go stick it on play in the background and let that thing run for 4 or 5 hours. That would be the biggest help that anybody could give me. You know, I can afford the treats and stuff for the dogs, not a big thing. But yeah, just getting there that watch time, that's going to be the biggest thing. So that's my speech for today. So the name, what do y'all think about the name Backroad Vet? I looked backroad, and there's backwoods, and there's backcountry or something, but it's just like backroad seems like it's the easiest for people to remember. Kind of rolls off the tongue, pretty easy, you know. And me and Denali, we're always out there on the back roads. We're always out there just chilling on the back roads where we did all those videos, you know. So I don't know what Irish think. Irish Cream, is Kathy and is Crystal still in here? Somebody else popped in. I saw him just a few minutes ago. Yeah, we're getting in some, you know, some decent traffic. I mean, we were up to 40 people today at one time, the first time that I was combing Denali. And so we had over an hour and 20-minute period, we had 3,500 people who came in and watched the video, which is really amazing for a channel that's this size. And a lot of the reason that the channel is this size is because you guys have supported the channel by commenting on the videos, coming in and watching them, and that has, you know, helped YouTube do their thing. But to get 3,500 views off of me combing a dog, or to get, what did we get? We got 2,000 views the other day on a 2-hour long stream of people watching Denali sleep. And I'm like, that is really, really cool. Because, people come in here all the time, not trying to drag things up when it's still so fresh, Edward, but people like yourself will come in here and they'll watch the dogs, and they tell me all the time, I just lost an animal, and your dog is beautiful, and they come in and it's like this is kind of a healing place for people. We have one lady who comes in here who's 82 years old, and she comes in here and watches Denali in spirit to take away her pain because she's in so much pain. Just that, just it's relaxing, it's fun, and I don't know if you guys. I'm going to turn the camera on me for a minute. I don't know if you guys know this about me. I don't know if I've ever mentioned it. I worked on, how do I say this? I worked on a very high profile project in Iraq for one of the leading generals in Iraq at the time, and it was on a project that's called psychological operations. That's the name of the unit, or the type of job that I did. And so I have a lot of background in what they call international relations. I understand, what's going on in Iran from a different perspective than what people see on the news. China, all those things. I have a lot of understanding in that. And so when I was thinking about starting a channel originally, what I was thinking about was like, okay, I'm just going to fall back on what I know, which is international relations, global politics, military stuff. And I just thought to myself, that's all fine and good, and it's something that interests you, but it's not something that's going to motivate you to continue doing this long term. I get all worked up about stuff that I see in the news and everything, like, what's the real reason we invaded Iran? What's the real reason that we invaded Venezuela? Because it's not what they're telling you. It's very legitimate reasons. And I'm like, well, I'd do a video on that. But then I'm like, no, dude, you don't want to do a video on that kind of stuff. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm making this, trying to figure out what I'm going to do about this channel. And it's like, look, what do you love? You love your dogs. Go make a channel about your dogs. And I've always liked Hoof GP. I love his videos, and the way that he did them. And I'm looking at Denali in spirit, and I'm like, I would love to make these kinds of videos with you guys. And that video that I released last Friday, along with the Celtic Rain video, the Celtic Rain meant so much to me because when I was coming off one of my medications, I couldn't stay here at my home. I was married at the time. There was too much stimulus going on in the house. And my nerves were really sensitive at that point. And so I left my home with my ex-wife and went over to my parents' house. And I was sitting there in my dad's living room, like Edward said. What Edward said is what I wanted to accomplish. And what you just said right now, Edward, was the biggest compliment I've ever had. I'll tell you why. I got off that medication by going to my parents' house and watching those ambient music videos where they'll just fly with the drone over the trees, play the music in the background. And I'm sitting there looking, and my body's just going through this withdrawal of this medication, and these videos that I'm watching, they brought peace. And I said to myself, someday I want to do a video like that. And on January 1st of this year, I did it. I went and made a video like that, and that was like the biggest victory for me. And so when you hear me constantly talking about Celtic Rain, is because that's what got me through a very incredibly hard time in my life, was those videos. And then I watched Hoof GP, And Hoof GP, he's a cattle trimmer. He cleans, cow crap out of cattle hooves and fixes their hooves when they're infected and stuff like that. And I used to find myself just binge watching this guy because he just makes it so interesting. And I thought, okay, dude, you like those nature videos and you love your dogs and you love Hoof GP, go do that. And so when I started doing this channel, I'm like, okay, what do I love about my dogs that people might be interested in? And all of a sudden, here comes Edward, and here comes Irish Cream, and here comes Crystal, and here comes Kathy and Debbie and Detonator, and I'm forgetting all these people, but you're coming in and you're liking my videos, and I'm like, wow, people like my stuff. They like my dogs as much as I like my dogs. And it was just like this massive, kind of like getting high, but without the high. To come home and release a video and to see you guys enjoy it, as a person who's been an artist and a painter and been in competitions and stuff like that, I know, how to read and understand people who are looking at my videos, because video is art. And when I watch you guys and gals and you're putting hearts on there and comments, it really means a lot to me, because it's like, instead of just being a painting, these are my kids. And to see you enjoy my kids, because I've never had kids that I know of. You'll get that one, Edward. I've never had kids. And so these are my kids. And when you all come in and you interact with my kids and show them love, all that does is it just brings me just massive amounts of like natural dopamine that just, it gets me high, man. And, I go up and I look forward to going out into the woods with Denali, and, Spirit keeps running out to the car, and I know that one of these days Spirit's going to be in the car with us. And that's like a lifelong dream come true for me. And I get to share that with you guys and develop, these online friendships with you guys that are healthy online friendships. That's why I'm always worried, I'm always focused on, I cuss all the time, man, but not here, because I want anybody to come in and feel like they can be here and just chill out, hang out, watch Spirit be crazy, watch Denali be majestic. The way that these two balance off of each other with their personalities. And, I'm the food bucket. And it's like, man, I tried to go back to work a couple years ago to prove to myself that I wasn't a disabled veteran. And I couldn't work. I tried, I tried. And I'm like, man, what are you going to do now, dude? You can't work. You don't want to sit around on your couch and die, which is basically what I was going to do. And now I got my life back, man. I got purpose. I have meaning. I have, we went out last Friday, me and Denali, and made that video. It's like, holy cow, this is just, it was beautiful, man. It was just amazing. We're down there on the dock and we're filming, and the video that I made, everything was like what Hoof GP did. And then I got to come home and watch you guys comment on it and enjoy it. And I'm like, this is it, man. This is you've done it. You made your Celtic Rain video. Now you've made this video like Hoof GP. And it's like, these people made your dream come true. They made everything that you've always wanted to do, they made it come true. And I thought ever since this time about starting a second channel, I'm like, they say you should always start a channel and stick to just one topic, your dogs or you or your art, but always focus on one topic. It's like, what, screw it, man, screw it. I'm gonna put on my channel the things that I want to put there, and YouTube can figure me out. Oh, man, that's it. It's just, I listen to these songs and it's like, man, now I'm going to make a music video with me and Denali, off of that pre-recorded music. And it's just like, man, I'm just having all these dreams and ideas of making these videos, because it feels like the channel's like right there, just like getting ready to just like bust open. And a part of me wants that to happen. But if you've ever heard music artists say that, their early days were the best days, when I was an artist before, the early days, as hard as they were amazing. They were rich. And it's like, I know, I know that, the channel, I know, it's going to grow. It wants to grow. Everything is there for it to grow. And that video was finally proof to myself, that, one guy with a camera, and I was able to do that with a dog. I'm filming the dog, watching out for other dogs, trying to figure out if we're in the camera frame correctly, all of it. And it came together, and I'm like, this is what the channel needs, more of this. And it's going to pop. But I'm asking myself, I'm like, do you really want this to pop? Because the people you got right now, right here, man, this is just like perfect, I don't want to lose touch with this moment, but then I've been on this earth long enough to know that moments like this don't last forever. You gotta let things evolve. But I just wanted y'all to know that the time that we've had here together, in the chats, we get together, for about an hour a night. To me, that's healthy. We're not spending 4 or 5 hours in a chat room a night. We come together, we get to hang out, we get to talk, and then boom, we're gone. And I think that's a healthy way of doing it. If I'd put on a sleep stream, Simple Girl come in and chat for a while, Irish Cream will come in and chat for a while. It's different because people are able to come in and watch Denali sleep, Spirit sleep, and whatever they're getting from that, that's really amazing. I was talking to somebody one night, and they're like, what if it's somebody who's like in the military overseas, which I've been, I can understand that, and they log into your channel and they're watching the dog sleep and they're missing their dog. Or like girl who comes in here, lady who comes in here and she's like, I'm in so much pain, but it's nice to come in here and watch the dogs. Or maybe somebody who's a long haul trucker who's over at a truck stop, whatever the reasons may be. If I'm just sitting here on my butt and these two are over there sleeping on their couches and on their cold floors, and all I gotta do is point the camera at them and let it run, that's a no-brainer. And so that's what I do, and then I get up today and we're combing Denali and 3,500 people come in and watch. It's like, holy cow. What's good, Packerwood? What are you talking about, man? Yeah, I made a video out there about spirit, and it's like, who rescues who? Who rescues who? At the end of the day, who is out there? We think about us rescuing dogs. Maybe we're giving ourselves the best gift that we can ever give. And that's one of the other things that I'd like to do. And you guys hold me to this. Is when we monetize and we're doing the live streams, because this channel is really, it's a live stream channel. This channel gets its most benefit as far as what people give to the channel during live streams. I don't get a lot of views on my videos. If I was trying to monetize this channel based off videos, I'd be at it for the next 5 years. But live streams are where the magic happens. And so I've been thinking about this for about the last month. And I'm like, well, what if we, all of us, on like a Sunday night, we said, okay, on this Sunday night, You know, it's kind of a holy day, you know, a church day, Christian day, Catholic, whatever. So what if we do something that doesn't benefit me? What if we do a chat, you know, and whatever money comes in that night from super chats, super stickers, whatever money comes in that night, and I'll be transparent about this. I have no problems doing that. We take that money, that cut, and we find a dog rescue or a cat rescue or whatever the case may be, and whatever's made that night will go to that organization for, maybe we'll do it for the whole month. I don't know. We'll come up with some plan. But it's like, man, we're about ready to hit 1,000 hours or 3,000 hours of watch time. That's pretty damn good for a channel that was started in October. Most people don't even see 1,000 hours for like the first 6 to 8 months. And so, you know, the one thing about ideas is, gosh, I'm not trying to brag about myself. Please don't take it this way. But when I have an idea and that idea finally clicks and comes together, anytime I've executed, I've always succeeded. I did it over in Iraq. I guess I can tell you guys this story. Because a lot of the stuff I was working on was boringly classified. You know, I mean, if I told you what I was doing, the channel would shut down. People would be like, I have no clue what you're talking about, dude. And it was really boring. It was just a computer. But when I interviewed for the job, it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny how this transpired, because when I got to Iraq, I started looking for a new job the first day I got there, because contracting for civilians in a war zone is very different. You may come in one day, which is what happened to the job I was at. They came in one day and they had slashed their salaries at this job by 40%. So these people came in one day, they were making $180,000 a year, and all of a sudden they found out that they were making $100,000 a year, whatever it was. And so they were hiring anybody. So I got in, and they let me, you know, they were taking anybody at that time. So I got on with that company, but as soon as I got on with them, I said to myself, as soon as you get to Iraq, you're looking for a new job. And so I did. And everywhere I'd go, I had my resumes with me, and I would talk to other contractors and be like, who are you, what do you do? I'd hand them a resume. Here you go. You know, if anything's open. Well, this one day, I moved into a trailer brand new after a couple months, and I needed to get internet service from my trailer. I needed to take a wire over to another trailer to get internet service. And so I get over to the trailer, I knock on the door, guy comes out. Can I get internet? Sure. I was like, oh, by the way, who do you guys work for? And they told me, and I'm like, do you guys have any jobs open? I'm standing there in my bathrobe, my flip-flops, and at that time I was chewing. I had a big old mouth to chew. And I'm standing there, and the dude's standing there, and he's half naked, and we're talking about jobs, and he's like, yeah, dude, we got a job coming open right now. It's for a web developer. I'm like, that's exactly what I do. So I ran back to my hooch in my bathrobe and my flip-flops, grabbed my resume, took it back over to the half-naked dude, handed it to him, and a day later he called me, and he's like, yeah, we want to interview you. So they interviewed me. They interviewed me for the wrong job, and they hired me anyways. I know, that's crazy, huh? Well, the reason that they hired me is because they needed somebody in that position right away. What had happened is the guy I was replacing, this dumbass, was looking at adult dating sites on a work computer. Not the smartest move. And what he had done is he had let the contract go. The Army was mad at them with the contract, and they were getting ready to cancel the contract because of this guy. And so they hired me, but they never told me any of this. And the first day I got on the job, and they're like, hey, do you know why we hired you? I was like, because you needed somebody in the position? They go, yeah, we needed somebody in the position today because this contract that you just got hired on, you have 30 days to fix it. And if you don't fix it, you're out of a job. I'm like, I just quit a job where I had a job, and now you're telling me that I don't have a job if I don't fix this in 30 days. He's like, yep, that's right. Good luck. I'm like, what do I need to do? He goes, talk to the guys back in Washington, D.C. They'll tell you what you need to fix. I'm like, you don't know? He's like, no, I have no clue, man. But, you know, the raise that I got was massive when I went from one job to the other. So I'm like, well, dude, it was actually, when I get in positions like that, I get, like I said, I get kind of high. I get motivated because I like that being on the deadline. I'm like, man, this is amazing. I'm on a deadline. I got 30 days to fix this. I love this kind of stuff. And so they gave me 30 days. I fixed it in 15. Fixed it in 15 days. I was good. They were golden. And that's just what I do. And so when you guys say, which is cool, it's very cool. When you guys say you have a good idea, it's like, yeah, I got the idea. And, you know, everybody has good ideas. But the difference between a good idea and accomplishment is the ability to execute on that idea. And so when I started this channel, I'm like, okay, no matter what happens, dude, you are going to bust your ass at this every single day for 6 months. No give up, no give in. You'll have a video up every single day for 6 months. No excuses. And I'm 3 months in, I've had a video up. But what I did is I was like, okay, you can do videos, live streams, but you can't do both. So fortunately with the live streams, what happens is when I finish the live stream, I still have a chance to put a video up every day, because a lot of the video shorts that you'll see now, YouTube automatically clips out the most interesting moment from the video, and you can automatically just turn around, boom, post it as a short. So I'm still maintaining my goal that way, but I'm almost 4 months into my goal right now of 6 months. And, you know, I guess if you guys can take any inspiration from that, it's like, you can do it, man. I mean, I'm 100% disabled, and if I can do it, anybody can do it. So, anyways, I'm done just rattling off a bunch of bullshit tonight. Sorry about the language, guys. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at, you know. We're 1/3 of the way to 3,000 hours of watch time and t-shirts and coffee mugs. And I'll be getting the website here in the next few days. And when I do, I'll start putting up the artwork for the different things, and I'll give you guys the address for the website, and then you guys can go and look at it. We'll have polls, you guys can vote on it. So it'll be, you know, just something that everybody's kind of involved in. And so you know, it's cool because I can talk that way in the lives. And this is what's very interesting about this channel. I can talk this way in the live streams, but if I take this exact way of talking and go and put it into a long form video, people, they don't watch. And that's okay. It's what that is it's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's an information thing that's telling me, okay, this is, you know, whatever you're doing in long form, you need to do it better. And, you know, that's fine. You know, the audience is always going to tell you what works, because they're either going to watch it or they're not. Yeah, in this case, you know, people want to be with the dogs. And so when I make the long forms, like I said, I want to do the hoof GP style, because it gets the dogs back out there where you all can spend time with them, where Denali and I go. You know, it's like, okay, if I'm going to go up here, grab your phones, grab a camera, get up here, shoot some video, do the things that you always wanted to do. And, you know, I have this rule that I picked up from when I was doing my psyop gig, and the rule is this. It's an 80/20 rule that applies to pretty much everything in life. You know, you all have heard about the 80% rule. 80, you spend 80% of your time working on 20% of whatever. And so I said, okay, I'm I'm going to change that 20% number to this. I'm going to spend 80% of my time working on content for people who are already subscribers. They are already subscribers. They're already you. Hi, Shannon. I think Shannon is either Irish, living in Ireland, or Irish heritage. And so when I make a video, I'm not thinking, hey, Debbie, we were just talking about you. When I make a video, I'm not thinking about the new people. I'm thinking about you all. I want you all are invested in this channel with the watch time. And so when I make a video, I want it to be something that you, all of you, want to watch. Because you're my 80%. Or you're the 20%, but you're the ones that I put 80% of my time into. Because when I do things that you all love, new subscribers are going to actually be the ones who are going to come in, because at some point videos are just going to attract new people. Oh man, don't give me that. Oh shit, there we go. So when I go out and make videos, I'm thinking of Irish and Edward and Debbie and Simple Girl and Uncommon Woman and Crystal and Callie and Squip and all of you guys. That's what motivates me. And so when I'm out there doing videos, I'm thinking of all of you. I'm like, okay, you guys like to watch Denali jump. Okay, let's get a jump in. You guys want to see her doing the dog training. Well, okay, we're going to start doing dog training. I want to give, when I do the dog training videos, I want to give you all a series of progression videos. So here's how Denali did today or did this week or whatever. And here's what we want to accomplish next week. And so in the follow-up video, we're going to do that. We're going to go and we're going to see how she accomplishes. Okay, can she do a sit? How long can she hold a stay? And it's good for me. It's actually really good therapy. So just lots of ideas floating around. I've had people ask me to start a Instagram channel or a TikTok channel or something like that, and I'm like, one channel at a time. I want to master this. I want to master TikTok or YouTube first and make sure that any relationships I have, which is relationships with you all who are here right now, any relationships I have are solid, and I'm able to meet your needs anytime you step in and watch a video. And so that's my focus. And once I feel like I've got that, I know y'all are really connected right now. We're doing the live streams and all that. I just want to take it to the next level where pretty much every short or every long form that I make is something that you guys come in, you're like, okay, I'm never, whatever time I spend in this video of Dave's and Denali's and Spirits, I can't get that time back. So I want it to be time that you feel is like, oh man, that was, either heartwarming or that was funny or whatever it is, but you walk away feeling like the time that you've given has been of value. So, I'm looking for value. So if at any time you're all like, man, I'd love to see that with Denali or Spirit. Oh, excuse me. Let me know. I'll see if I can put it together for you. The only reason I may not be able to is just because of the limitations of being the cameraman, the trainer, and the lookout all at the same time. I got to be 3 people at once, and so every time I think of an idea, it's like, man, that's a great idea, dude, but you're physically, oops, get out of there, get out of there. Oh, where'd you go? There they are. There's everybody. Oh man, there we go. So yeah, that's just kind of my thought process. I would love to know. I would love to know what kind of videos you all would want to see, because if you all want to see them, that tells me that other people would want to see them as well. You know, the ambient videos, as much as I love doing them, they're not getting a lot of traction right now, so I'll just put them on the back burner, you know, and I'll start moving in other directions until I find something that really inspires everybody. And that's exciting, you know, that's exciting. So we're tired, so I think we're going to get off here, and then I'll get the website set up, and that'll give me a chance to communicate with you guys outside of here. You know, we set up, you know, a website, and you guys, I'll make posts, and you guys can post there, and just whatever. It'll give us a little more flexibility in interacting. So I've had a fun time being here tonight, guys. This has been amazing. We got 986 views just off of this, sitting around shooting a bull and feeding dogs treats. That's not a bad thing. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Spirit, say good night to everybody, and we'll talk to y'all tomorrow. See you later. I'll probably be on early in the morning. Say good night to everybody, Spirit. Debbie, hold it. Debbie, are you still here? Oh, Simple Girl's here too. She hasn't seen. You guys haven't seen. See, look at this new color, and guess what? Right here, there he is. Look at that. Look at the camera, goofball. Look at the camera, man. Spirit, look at the camera. Oh, there you go. Can you all see it? Spirit got himself a new bow tie. Oops. He got himself a new bow tie, everybody. All right, we'll see y'all tomorrow or early in the morning. I'll be combing Denali again. She's starting to blow her coat. Slowly. So I just keep working it, getting anything off that I can, because this poor girl's hot. She is a hot little girl. So we will see you all tomorrow. Have a great evening, Edward, Irish, Simple Girl, Debbie, Kathy, everybody stopped in. We'll see you all tomorrow. There we go. Look at that.